Hey, what's going on, you guys? OhManDan here. Welcome to Scootopia. I'm out here just kind of goofing around with another power scooter, and it's been fun so far. This power scooter everybody knows about. It's the RION Re90. Let me let you take a look at it.
Okay, so here it is. The RION Re90, an amazing machine, fully carbon fiber body from front to back, has the PMT racing slicks, MT7 Magura brakes. Everything about it is just so different, so innovative. This machine weighs about 60 pounds, has a 96.6 volt lithium ion battery with 21700 super high cells, about 30 of them. Has a carbon fiber stem, has the RION curve. The curve is quite impressive. You remember how aggressive the RION Re90 was when it first came out. Now it's very, very manageable. And that's what this video is all about, is to demonstrate the manageability of the Re90, how you can really get on it and like roll 2-3 miles an hour, and that same machine can go 80 miles an hour in a blast. So it's definitely not for everybody. It's not for the novice, for the beginner. This is for experienced riders. Look at the locking folding mechanism. It's just a work of art. And I think that RION is definitely the one that popularized it. Okay, we're gonna take it out on a ride, man. You know, this machine is the fastest electric scooter in the world. This machine can go over 100 miles an hour. It's limited to 80, but it can go over 100 miles an hour. We're not going to demonstrate that today, though. Not at all. So I'm going to be demonstrating the manageability of the Re90. A beautiful machine. I love it. I've been enjoying it for the last few days. I'm going to do a minimum range test on it. See just how far we can go on the RION Re90. I don't think I've seen that out yet, so we'll do a separate video, not today, but today we're going to go out and demonstrate the manageability of the Re90 that people think is out of control. And I'm going to show you that it's not out of control. You know, some people are very intimidated, which, you know, for good reason, because it's a powerful machine. All scooters are dangerous, and they're only as dangerous as its rider. Okay, so let's take it for a ride. Let's go.
Highway.
One thing I want you to recognize in the city of Irvine is that they have the most uneven terrain. Their roads are awful for electric scooter riding. But I want you to realize how the smoothness and continuity of the throttling is bumpy and as uneven as the terrain is. And you know, the reason I did this video up close like this, so you can see just how uneven the terrain is, and how the you know, sometimes people say when they have throttle, wheel throttles, that their thumbs slip off of the throttle, and it kind of jerks, makes it jerky. You'll see with the curved throttle, that's not the case. You're still able, even in this bumpy, and you know, it has a lot to do with the suspension on the ride too. It has really good suspension, so it's a very comfortable ride, even though the road is real bumpy. but you see it real bumpy like that because I have that real close up, because I want you to see the throttle and how your finger don't slip off the throttle. Let me interrupt your riding pleasure just for a minute here as I'm taking off. I just want to remind you what we're riding here, because it can get kind of easy just watching how smooth and how easy and angelic this thing is riding. You forget that, man, this is a RION Re90, the fastest production electric scooter in the world. And we're able to literally, with using this RION curve, able to modulate our speed without jerking, without snatching. You remember when the Re90 first came out? Come on now. It was almost unmanageable. But now, it's very manageable, So pay attention as I'm riding, how smooth the modulation is. Now, don't forget, we got two 500 amp FOC controllers powering this machine. All right. And not to mention the 96.6 volt lithium ion battery with the 21700 cells, those high capacity cells. All right. It's incredible. It's incredible. A machine that goes over 100 miles an hour is limited to 80, but it has the capacity to go over 100. You can really forget what you're riding and lose this thing. That's why you have to be an experienced rider. Okay, I'm gonna let you get back to your pleasure here, but I just had to say that. Okay. Little note here. I know you noticed that I have on motorcycle gloves. They're thicker ones with padding and everything, but RION recommends that you do not use thicker gloves. But what I've noticed and what I recommend is that you keep the thicker padding on the outside of your gloves, but on the inside where your fingers and your thumb is coming in contact with the throttle, that they're right. You want it to be a little thinner so you can have it'd be more intuitive, okay? So, those same kind of gloves that you can use your cell phone on, those are the kind. And if you're interested in ordering one of these scooters, you heard me say production earlier, but each one is handcrafted. They're built by hand and built to order. So, but it takes about 4 to 5 months of fulfillment, and they're aware of the fulfillment issue, and they're working on it. So don't let that stop you. You won't get a Re90 because they're out. They're not doing those no more, but you can order the RION Thrust. Okay, you can order the RION Thrust, and the 2021 Thrust is amazing. I can't wait. Mine is any sometime this month, any day now. All right, let me let you get back to your riding pleasure. Have you been paying attention to my throttling and my modulation on the curve? Notice how smooth, even the bumps in the road. Irvine is known for uneven terrain. That's why I can't really max out my speed like I want to in certain areas, so you can kind of see some of the performance at a higher rate. But the road is just not forgiving enough, and you just can't take those chances on a RION. It's a very aggressive machine, and you have to respect the machine, the power. You got to do that with all electric scooters, but especially the RION. But just notice the modulation and how smoothly the throttle is. close attention to my speed modulation here. Did you see that? Behind both cars, there was no jerking, smooth modulation all the way through with both cars. Easy peasy. Oh man, what a fun ride. You got a chance to see some modulation with managing the RION Re90. And boy, I tell you, especially in that end where you got a chance to see riding slowly behind those cars. So that's it. That's the end of this this ride and managing the RION Re90. I'm OhManDan saying make sure you subscribe, like, and share my videos. Tap that bell so you can stay up to date with all my latest power scooter content. All right? Thank you. This is OhManDan, and I'm saying I'm out.
About to meet the man, OhManDan. Was about to mug and help mankind. Start a scooter club, I know you're fine, cause you're just like that. You bend over backwards to help a man. You strap up, you boot up, you throw on your colors. Get ready to hang, riding with the fellas. Yeah, on a glorious crusade. Helping those in need. Now they got it made. West Coast scooter.